So, what are some of the most effective key techniques and methods to communicate effectively as a project manager? So, there are many different techniques and methods, but the University of Mexico identifies 5 techniques for effective communication. UNM identifies written communication, verbal communication, nonverbal communication, and visual communication, active listening, and contextual communication. So, using various styles of communication is essential to communicating effectively. However, I wanted to highlight active listening as the critical technique for project managers. By listening to feedback, a project manager can tailor their communication to be more effective to their respective audience. So, what are some do's and don'ts as a project manager when communicating with your team? So, when communicating with a project team, there are many critical techniques to utilize, but there are also rigid lines in the sand one must not cross. For example, Wilcom writes, "You cannot engage with someone if you are not listening to them because you will tend to make assumptions about their needs based on your perceptions versus reality." So, as I noted above, not listening to others can have critically negative consequences. Wilcom continues, she writes, "It is extremely difficult to communicate anything when there is a lack of transparency and trust. For example, if your staff believes you are holding something back, they will be anxious, some will speculate, and as a result, it will be more difficult for them to process any attempt you make to communicate with them." So, developing a communication plan will help mitigate some of these communication blockers. Southeastern Oklahoma University identifies 4 components of a communication plan, which are clearly defined goals, targeted messaging, tools and timing, and the right voice. So, using a communication plan is vital for project success because it ensures clarity and consistency in sharing information. It aligns stakeholders towards a common goal, resolves conflicts effectively, and helps manage risks proactively. So, there are many important members of a communication group. In fact, I would argue that all participants in a group are vital to the success of the team. However, one can argue that the stakeholders and senior management are the most important to communicate effectively with. Stakeholders with significant influence, or those directly impacted by the project or the organization's outcomes, are often considered crucial, and their expectations must be met. Thank you.